dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good morning, I'm Taylor Upchurch. Today is Sunday, March 10th. Fire officials are trying to figure out what caused a house fire that killed an elderly woman in Jackson County yesterday. It happened just before 5 a.m. off US 421 in Sand Gap. 5 fire departments were called in to shuttle water because there wasn't a nearby hydrant. Lauren Miner has the reaction from the community.
A scene that has left the Sand Gap community heartbroken. Several fire departments responded to a home on Morris Lane early this morning. Linda Bowles lives right down the road and learned the news from a neighbor.
I rode down to the road and the house was gone.
Bowles says she knew the victim found inside the home. Her name has not yet been released by the coroner, but she says the woman was well respected and someone many share memories with.
She taught me in Sunday school. I even had her in Sunday school when I was a little girl. So I've known her all my life.
Bowles tells me she never met a stranger.
No matter where you meet her at, she'd stand and talk to you. I mean, she was that way.
And her home, I'm told, was filled with beautiful antiques.
She was a collector of antiques, and her husband made a lot of the furniture.
The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Police say there does not appear at this time to be anything suspicious about it. And while fire investigators look for answers, members of the community reflect on the woman many called a friend.
We'll miss her and we'll think about her a long, long time.
In Jackson County, Lauren Miner, WKYT.
Police say the woman's body was taken to Frankfort for an autopsy. And now it's time to check in with meteorologist Paige Noel for a look at the forecast. Paige, how does it look out there this morning?
Oh, it's looking beautiful out there this morning. Plenty of sunshine. The sun is rising. You'll see that here on our Moorhead cam along Interstate 64. That sun is bright. Definitely going to need the sunglasses today. Really, you're going to need them for the next couple of days. You'll notice on satellite and radar, we saw that rain or really those storms get out of here a little bit later last night. We're seeing a few clouds in our area, but overall not too bad. Temperatures are into those mid to upper 50s, feeling very warm this morning. Really just need a light jacket. I'm sure that sunshine making it feel just a little bit warmer. We're seeing winds out of the southwest anywhere from about 5, 10, maybe even 15 miles per hour, a little bit gusty as well. We'll see that continue throughout the day. That'll help bring in a little bit warmer air as we head into the afternoon hours as well. We'll continue to see this warming trend really over the next couple of days. Sunshine returns, sticks around for a little bit before those scattered rain chances return. We'll talk about that and more coming up in just a little bit. Taylor.
Thank you, Paige. Second and Main hosted a TEDx event yesterday and had quite the turnout. Over 20 speakers who all have some sort of tie with Eastern Kentucky spoke on a various amount of topics. This is the first ever TED Talk to take place in the Appalachian region. Co-chair of TEDx, Will Nash, says this is a huge deal for the area.
So TEDx is all about ideas worth sharing, ideas worth spreading, and this idea came about a few years ago. After a lot of the negative press about Eastern Kentucky in the New York Times and a few other outlets, we decided that we wanted an avenue to share some of the more positive stories about Appalachia and Eastern Kentucky, and we thought TED would be a great way to do that.
You can find the videos of yesterday's speakers on TEDxCorbin.com or their YouTube page. Also during the event yesterday came an announcement that Toyota will partner with developers for a 700-acre solar farm on a Pike County strip mine. It would be the largest solar panel farm in the state. And the Breckinridge County Sheriff was arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence. Kentucky State Police say officers responded to a 2-vehicle crash on Kentucky 259 in Breckinridge County Friday night. They found Sheriff Todd Pate hiding beer bottles in the woods, smelling like alcohol with bloodshot eyes. The other driver was taken to the hospital but is expected to be okay. Pate pleaded guilty to a DUI in 2015. And yesterday's warm weather brought some teachers to the sidewalks of downtown Prestonsburg. Floyd County teachers are protesting House Bill 205, which they say will take money from already underfunded public schools. WYMT's Marianne Fletcher walked the streets with them to know what they believe the bill is toxic.
Sending their message loud
and clear.
We're here today for our children.
Even though I have laryngitis, I'm not going to be silent.
Greta Gilbert and Angela Coleman are teachers in the Floyd County school system.
We are rallying for public education. There's an attack on public education in this state.
Saturday, many Floyd County teachers lined the streets of downtown Prestonsburg.
They came after our pensions last year. They're coming after our schools this year, and it's not acceptable.
There are multiple House bills they are keeping a close eye on, but Saturday, their main focus is House Bill 205.
So 205 would take that money away from public schools, which we're already trying to scrape by as it is.
Gilbert says public schools play a big role in each community.
Our public schools are servicing all kids. Nobody's excluded.
And they say this bill will hurt the students in the long run.
This is not just about teachers. This is about our students, because at the end of the day, anything they do to hurt our schools, hurt our teachers, hurts our students, and they're our most precious resource.
And they want the state to know their opinion on the bill.
Shout out to 8th grade day students. Ms. Coleman loves you.
In Floyd County, Marianne Fletcher, WYMT Mountain News.
Angela Coleman says they hope to have more rallies like this in the future. Earlier this week, media outlets reported Governor Matt Bevin said he supports the bill that offers tax breaks when people donate to private school scholarships. And this weekend is the WYMT Sport, Boat, and RV Show at the East Kentucky Expo Center in Pikeville. It's not just boats, trucks, RVs, and off-road vehicles. There is a trout fishing pond, clothing, hot sauce, fishing lures, and more. Some of the local vendors say buying something now almost guarantees that you'll be getting the best deal of the year. And it's fun for kids too. Kids 12 and under fish for free.
Well, the kids enjoy fishing here, and we just keep coming back. Because as you can see, we're pretty busy.
If you missed the expo, you can head over today until 5 p.m. An opening day of Keeneland's spring meet is now less than a month away. Yesterday, the track held their annual job fair. Keeneland will be hiring 2,000 seasonal workers for races this year. Positions for the racing season include everything from parking, track maintenance, and guest services. Plenty of people come back every year, but the track is always looking to hire new people to join the family.
There's nothing like being part of the races between the patrons that come and the employees that are here, the green coats that have been part of us for ages. It's an incredible family sort of environment that we have amongst our employees.
If you missed yesterday's job fair, no worries. You can still apply at Keeneland's Hiring Center. And yesterday, 43 years ago, on March 9th, 1976, the first of two explosions rocked the Scotia mine in the Oven Fork area of Letchern County. 26 men were killed, 15 by the first explosion, and 11 died after the second on March 11th. Several others survived the gas and coal dust explosions. The disaster prompted Congress to revise the Federal Mine Safety and Health Act. And West Virginia officials say a contract dispute caused a shutdown of sports betting at a casino. The Mardi Gras and Wheeling Island casinos temporarily closed the casino's sport books and online app. The state lottery director says officials are working to restore the sports betting. Players with questions are encouraged to call the casinos. And in Ohio, the State Commerce Department awarded the first certificate of operation to a medical marijuana processor. Grow Ohio received the certification on Thursday. The state plans on awarding more licenses. Processors can turn cannabis into edibles, creams, and other products. Coming up on Mountain News this morning, with the beginning of spring comes home buying season. We will have more on what mistakes to avoid coming up.
And after a rainy night, we will see drier conditions over the next few days. We'll break down the forecast in just a few minutes.